Hello and welcome. You've joined us on Too Sharp with ET. I'm Nisha Poddar, and let's get you the two most important developments for today that you must know about. So, Trump softens tone on China, and FMCG results pulse well consumption stress is visible. Donald Trump softens tone on China, said that the tariffs on China could come down substantially. Vowed to be very nice in talks and also promised to avoid controversial topics like COVID origins. But China wasn't buying it. So officials demanded a full rollback of all US tariffs. In fact, the Commerce Ministry quoted a proverb saying, "He who tied the bell must untie it." So there's mismatched narrative on trade talks clearly. Trump also claimed talks with China are ongoing and every day there are talks, while China's Foreign and Commerce Ministries denied any contact, calling his claims fake news. Advisors in Beijing say that Trump's messaging is for domestic audiences and to calm the markets. They see no reason to deal with Trump until he shows sincerity in the talks. Let's put spotlight on the market volatility as well as the global impact of this. So after a midweek rally, remember, global markets retreated on Thursday. S&P 500, Nasdaq futures all dipped. Asian and European indices also fell 0.6%. Oil and gold prices both saw gains. Currency markets also whipsawed. Euro climbed, dollar weakened. On macro context also, Rabobank called it pantomime policy, pantomime markets. So markets, are seeing the flip-flop of the Trump's reaction on the moves that he has taken on trade talks. To sum up, Trump's erratic policy signals also continue to drive short-term fear and long-term doubt. So investors are bracing for more uncertainty in the weeks ahead. As Trump's headline turbulence continues, the only certainty right now is uncertainty. Now, consumption is very important. FMCG result pulse gives a lot of sense on that. Consumption stress is visible. HUL stock fell sharply as its guidance is lowered. So muted top line and cautious outlook mark HUL's Q4. Net profit just 3.7% up, revenue up 2.4%, EBITDA margin dipped by 30 basis points. So flat growth across major segments. Food segment slipped, while home care as well as beauty grew marginally, and the management's outlook is critical. CEO Rohit Jawa flagged mid-single-digit volume growth but negative mix. On the guidance for FY26, gradual demand improvement is expected. Outlook remains cautious with volume-led growth as key strategy, and important to also note that Nestle's volume boost was a contrast to HUL's demand drag. For Nestle India, headline is volume-driven growth and margin headwinds. So net profit is down over 5%, revenue up 4.5%, and domestic sales hit record 5,235 crores, driven by beverages and confectionery. Our Maggi, that returns to volume growth. India remains global number one in Maggi market. KitKat drives confectionery expansion, and India is world's second largest market for this. Now looking at the sales and led by the quick commerce boom also that helped the company's sales. HUL's volume stagnation and margin squeeze really reflect the underlying consumption stress in the market. Nestle shows resilience driven by innovation and aggressive channel diversification. With both the companies acknowledging macro headwinds, the margin pressure and cautious optimism, the sector outlook is moderately positive but dependent on commodity inflation trends going forward, volume recovery for them. Add to that also the interest rate cut, which could ease some liquidity in the market. And prediction of a good monsoon should be a good news for the sector. With that, it's a wrap on Too Sharp with ET. Please do hit the like button. Thanks so much.